This wedding was an assignment for my Religion 2 class in Catholic school.
This one's wife. Where is this one's wife? Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. This weekend, Prince Harry was let out on his own. He turned up at Kevin Costner's 1805 live concert and flew solo. This one's wife was not there. An event at which ordinarily she would be expected to be seen, plastering on a rictus grin, whilst she wore probably something beige, biscuit or camel-coloured, and attempted to sound important whilst she caused people to stare into the middle distance and wonder what on earth she was talking about, ordinarily would prove too great an opportunity for her to resist. After all, she was there last year, and therefore, because she mysteriously doesn't attend a charity event, which ordinarily she would be chomping at the bit to get to, must lead to speculation and query as to where is she. After all, when it was explained that the Princess of Wales was having abdominal surgery and wouldn't be seen in public life for some time, this resulted in a tsunami of ridiculous speculation on the internet by sugars and people who perhaps ought to have known better that something was amiss. That it wasn't the case that Catherine was actually recuperating from surgery and later having treatment for cancer. That in actual fact, when she was seen in public, those were body doubles and it was artificial intelligence generated to make it look like she was giving a speech. In actual fact, she'd run away from Prince William, or Prince William had killed her, and she was buried under the patio at Kensington Palace. Accordingly, this must mean, following the same logic that was applied by the sugars, that given the fact that this one's wife has not attended an event that one would expect her to ordinarily be at, and the limp-wristed excuse of she was sick was proffered, must mean, therefore, that it's only right and proper for there to be some clear and solid speculation as to what's really gone on. Well, you'll be pleased to know that your glorious narrator has done some digging around, scouring the internet, asking those who are apparently in the know, ascertaining the views of certain YouTubers who clearly base what they have to say on evidence rather than making up as they go along. And I have been able to compile what clearly is a definitive list to answer the question of where is this one's wife? Such speculation is only appropriate. After all, if this was what was done with the Princess of Wales, surely it can then be done in relation to this one's wife without complaint. Surely if her supporters thought that it was fair game to speculate about where Catherine really was and to put forward absurd theories as to what had actually happened to her, which was completely contrary to the actual evidence that was provided, it follows as a matter of their twisted logic that I can also obtain views about where this one's wife might well be. I emphasise, I haven't sat down and made this list up myself. Of course not. Why on earth would I do that? I would be looking at ensuring, just as they did, I'm sure, that it's based on clear, solid evidence. Well, as a consequence of sitting down and making this list up, it was revealed that the reason that this one's wife didn't attend the 1805 live concert was that Marcus Anderson was giving her a full internal massage. Others reported that the staff at the Montecchio mansion all rose up together as a consequence of repeated bullying reports, and that she was occupied and busy putting down the rebellion with utilising tasers, pepper spray, and a liberal application of batons. Reports are that many of the staff have been rendered incapable of actually working, let alone rebelling. Others state that the staff have actually walked out And that means that there's nobody available to make any jam at Monty's shit show, with the consequence that this one's wife failed to attend the 1805 event because she was falling to the floor and sobbing in the kitchen, covered in jam, as she wondered how on earth she would complete the orders that have not been placed at American Riviera Orchard. An alternative suggestion was that she was wearing beige and walked into her beige closet and therefore got lost amongst all of the beige, unable to distinguish between herself and the clothing, and therefore has been wandering around inside the beige closet calling out for help, which has been ignored for the last 36 hours. The alternative suggestion is that she has popped to Colombia to spend some time with the Vice President of Colombia's husband, whilst others explained that in actual fact she was on the telephone, busy ringing certain YouTubers to talk to them about their content. The window cleaner at Monty's Shit Show swears, in a unsigned affidavit, that he was looking through the window whilst cleaning it and saw her perched upon a chaise longue as she was, red-faced and screaming, engaging in a bout of rage scrolling. And such was her apoplectic response that she went into a seizure, fell down the back of the chaise longue, and was unable to be rescued. Furthermore, another report from the Monty Shit Show Boogle explained that she was being seen taping together the olive branch, which has been wielded so many times that it requires careful and intensive putting back together. A reporter from the Monty Shit Show Daily Bollocks said that she's actually been occupied leaking reports of her bullying to news outlets to try and make herself seen as more favourable, whilst another reporter on the same newspaper claimed that he was walking past in the garden at Monty Shit Show and looked in through the window of the study to see that she was on her laptop looking at WebMD, looking up exotic diseases as part of an extensive pity play. Inspector Conkerbollocks from Monty Shit Show PD claimed that he had intelligence that she spent the weekend deleting emails that had been sent to and had been received from P. Diddy. A housekeeper, who doesn't wish to be named and apparently can't speak English, explained that the children had actually become lost in one of the 27,000 bathrooms, and this one's wife had engaged on a detailed one-by-one search of the bathrooms to try and locate Archie and Lilibet. There was other news reported that she's actually busy in a basement beneath the Monty Shit Show mansion making a new Harry bot after having killed the original Harry. Furthermore, an individual utilising a telescope and stood on a nearby hill explained that she was actually seen hosting a tea party for Thomas Markle Sr., Samantha Markle and Thomas Markle Jr., who she's on excellent terms with, and they're just having a good old laugh grifting the fuck out of one another. A further report suggests that Harry's actually killed her, and she's now buried under the twin trees. Alternatively, Gayle King, but she didn't want to be named, whoops, stated that Oprah had engaged in a snatch mission, gathering this one's wife as she was getting ready to go on the 1805 visit, and has taken her to an undisclosed location where she's pumping her for information about the divorce for the purposes of another opportunity to go, "What?" A psychic, who is entirely reliable, explained that Prince Philip returned from the grave and has assassinated this one's wife. Alternative suggestions have been put forward that this one's wife was actually busy attending an Illuminati meeting where she's being briefed as to how she shall take down the British royal family, destabilise Trump's presidential bid, and unleash a new pandemic. Well, there you are. All entirely conceivable suggestions as to why this one's wife wasn't available at the 1805 live concert. I'm sure you'll agree that there's huge credibility in all of those matters, and it's only a question of time before some of those suggestions find themselves being repeated on X. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.